Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 13th. Let's see what's going on for you this week. Um, yeah, kind of my feeling, too. A lot going on around love, possibly, for you. Opportunities in love as well, which could be nice for some of you. I know that you've been waiting possibly a long time. And that was a combination of the word ideas and time. I almost just said I time. Because you also have some cards that represent ideas and kind of the fleshing out and growth of ideas, which is always very interesting as well. And possibly slaying some demons this week, I would say. That might sound a little bit extreme, but I have to say that you have a very interesting combination here. Start off with the Five of Hearts. Be careful of jealousy. Just don't get involved with it. Also, gossip. Stay away from gossip. Scorpios, you guys can go either way on that. Some of you probably just don't even care about what other people think, and then maybe some of you do, depending on what's in your chart. But just stay out of all gossip this week for sure, and stay away from jealous type situations. This card just says stay away from it. Usually, actually, this card comes up because things are going well for you, and then there's somebody who's like jealous of you. So just ignore it. Next, you have the Jack of Spades. I feel like this is how you're kind of like entering the week, Jack of Spades, maybe feeling like blaming having this like strong self-blaming type of mentality where you're blaming yourself for things. I want to say Cancer had the same thing, so that's very interesting. And not realizing where a problem is. I think that some of you have a problem. You see there's this snake wrapped around him right here, and he's blaming himself for something instead of the snake. He doesn't see the problem here. And he's like kind of blaming himself, this devil on his hand. What's interesting is you have the King of Spades, which we're going to skip to right now. And the King of Spades represents somebody who's learned where his problems really are. Look, he's chopped the head off that snake. In this deck, the Jack of Spades and the Queen of Spades both have the snake wrapped around their body. It represents they don't realize that their problems, where their problems really are, like and things like that. So I think if you want to get even deeper, the snake represents the dragon. So this is kind of like you slaying your own demons, your dragon, if you will, and overcoming some obstacles. So I feel like actually it could be a very interesting week where a lot of you overcome some major obstacles in your life, and that kind of will make you reach a new level of authority. Even this is a card of authority, of mastery, having mastered some things in your life. A lot of water signs are going through this card right here. It's been coming up for about a year now for many of the water signs. So I find that to be very interesting. I've said it before. I think water signs are turning into something different. I think water signs are becoming much stronger, much more thicker skinned, and all of these things. Next, you have the Ace of Spades. Again, victory, overcoming obstacles, all those things that I just talked about on that King of Spades. Card of existing problems being resolved, even finding like easy solutions to problems as well, and things like that, and seeing great improvements. I was talking to somebody that I read for the other day, and out of the blue, their credit score increased like 48 points, and that might sound little and mundane and like it's not important, but these are like the types of things that are happening for water signs right now. Just like random little things that kind of make you feel maybe a little bit more positive, or maybe wins on a smaller scale, but they're wins nonetheless. So definitely things to pay attention to. And by the way, the Ace of Spades can be major wins. I mean, this can be you overcoming some major obstacles and things. Next, you have the Nine of Clubs, card of opportunities, achievements, and recognition, reaching new levels of recognition and having opportunities to do things. Also, the card of conversation. You end with the real card of conversation, which is the Two of Clubs, which we're going to talk about. And this is a card of getting together in groups and talking to people and having that be important. I've said it before in the 2017 readings. If you're entrepreneurial, looking to make money, groups are going to be kind of where that's at, so to speak. Sorry, I had to pause it there for a second, but this is, again, a card of achievements and recognition. Also a card of trying to make yourself stand out. It's a card that says, hey, take some risks, and do some things that will make you stand out. It's even a card that says, don't be afraid to brag about yourself. Like, if at work or even in your personal life, if you did a good job at something, tell people about it, because this card can kind of boost you because of doing that extra, whatever that extra thing is. Next, you have the Five of Spades, take some risks. This is a card of needing to really kind of push through some obstacles, push through some difficulties, and it's all to get you to that next level, kind of like that King of Spades. That King of Spades is a card where you, I mean, you end up going from maybe like a really low on the totem pole, so to speak, to all the way to the top. Like it's like these are some big jumps in your life. It's kind of an interesting week reading cards this week for doing these weeklies, because the readings this week have been very general, and the messages have been very general. Like normally they're a little bit more specific. Like normally I feel like I can pinpoint like what's going on a little bit more, but I think these changes are happening for all of you in different areas. So I mean, I think a lot of you are going to experience these jumps, these changes in different areas of your life. And then finally you have the Two of Clubs. Is keeping that fire built up inside of you. I always say this is a card of talking to yourself. It's like a card of self-motivation, motivating yourself and keeping yourself going. So make sure to do that. But it looks like an awesome week, I have to say. I think it'll be rather exciting for you as well. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.